Okay, so welcome back to Indiepop Part 2. So, Brilliant Corners, Bugbear. Right, so this is a band I really like. It's called Bulldozer Crash. Not sure about the name, but they've done a couple of albums, mainly on American labels. And they are here, but they're in label sections, so they're not on this shelf. But they're really good. They sort of sound a bit like the Field Mice, a bit heavier, but I really like them. I only discovered them a few years ago. I have a lot of time for them. Right, this is a Scottish band called Butcher Boy. Really sort of bit Bell and Sebastian, folky sounding, but really nice, slick songs, well written, great constructed lyrics on these guys. I think they're still going. They haven't done much. They've only done 1, 2, 3, and a compilation, which is on another shelf. They've only done about 3 or 4 albums. I'm not sure if they are still going. I think they are. Hope they are. They just release stuff as and when they feel like it. California Snow Story. I think that was possibly one of Bell and Sebastian, Camera Obscura in there. It's quite nice, bit sort of, you know, post-Field Micey sound. Bit Trembling Blue Stars, a bit Northern Picture Library type. Occasional Keepers and all that sort of stuff sound. And then, of course, the mighty Camera Obscura themselves. I got into them because I used to collect Bell and Sebastian stuff, like everything they ever did, every offshoot, every guest appearance, blah, blah, blah. And I'd found out that they helped out on this local Glasgow band on their early singles and I think this first album. So I just had to buy it because they were on it. I didn't know who the Camera Obscura were, I just bought the material. And then they were amazing, they just fantastic sound, so just happy accident. This is really nice, very special Japanese only CD of those early couple of singles they did. Wow, lovely. Rare UK bird, might be worth a fair bit this now. It used to be. Not that I bought it for its value, I bought it because it's the only place you can get those on CD. They're all 7-inch singles, I think they were. This second album is really, really good. Again, I think Stuart Murdoch might have produced some of this. Suspended from Class. Let Me Go Home. Books Written for Girls. What a song that is. Yeah, lovely band. And then it came to their third album, which was their big success, really. Their crossover point. I mean, this is a 10 out of 10 album. It's not even up for debate. It's just fabulous. If you've never heard this, Camera Obscura, Let's Get Out of This Country. Go and Spotify it. Or better still, go and buy it. It's fabulous. And that led them to signing to a major label, 4AD. And then the next album, which is a really good album actually, I like this album. Forest and Sands, I left that. Away with Murders, good. Swans. Really nice. They've got a new album coming out as well in about 2 months. Can't wait for that. First one for several years. Sadly, one of them died. Yeah, lovely band. Lovely. Who else is on here? Carousel. Another sort of jangly girl group type sound, really good. Vinyl Japan again. Another album by them. Yeah. Okay. Then we have the Cat Calyx. That's going back to Rachel from Dolly Mixture. Rachel Love, and there she is. That's lovely. Really nice. Okay. This is a good band called the Cavalcade. Really sort of lovely indie pop sound. Very mellow. I think it's the only album they ever did. There might be another one. I really like that. I need to check out if there's any more I need to buy. Another classic indie stalwart, indie pop stalwart. Chesterfield's very classic Kettle album. Lots of bonus tracks on there. Another mid-80s vintage golden period of indie pop, of course. Subway label, which is a great little Bristol label. This is a bit of a later album. This is a good compilation. Again, Cherry Red does some great compilations, really. So check that out if you want to check this band out. Really, really good. And they actually came back and did an album. I think it was last year or the year before. First one for at least 25 years. It's good though. It's quite strong. I like it. It's you know, some comeback albums are not great, but it's all right. Okay, and here's another Subway band actually called Choo Choo Train. A bit heavier than some of the other indie pop bands. Nice though. I do like them. These sort of indie pop CDs. I mean, I always bought CDs at the time. I never bought vinyl. You know, I just even back. I mean, everyone virtually on indie pop was vinyl only. That was it. Nothing else existed. So if you want to know where all the CDs are, I've got them all. They are actually quite rare because, like I said, most people didn't buy them and they didn't press up many of the CDs because they knew most people wanted the vinyls. But Close Lobster's great band. That's a classic album. Foxhead Stalk This Land, really good. And another compilation of singles, that's nice. And another band that came back a couple of years ago and did another new album, and that's really good. It's nice album, that. Okay, now here's a band that I need to buy more albums of, actually, Clientele. I don't know why it took me so long to sort of get into them. I bought this because mainly for one track, a single they did called On a Summer Trail, which is just mind-blowingly one of the best songs I've ever heard. I just mean songs I've ever heard. It is just so good. And there is an extra Lost album on here, which is another reason I bought this. But there's about 5 or 6 albums I need to get of those. So On a Summer Trail. Whoa, I gotta play that later. It's so good. Okay, this band's called Coming Up Roses. This is Debsy from Birdie that we saw earlier. This was an album she did way before that. It's only a mini album and there's not much on it, sadly. Wish there was more. It's really good though, really nice. It's pretty hard to get hold of that on CD. Okay, and then another lovely classic indie pop, perfect indie pop sounding band, Confetti. The old favourite, Vinyl Japan. This great little compilation. This, I really like it. Yeah, that's the type of indie pop I really like. You know, there are more modern indie pop bands out there. There's one called Cozines from a few years ago. This is nice, a bit quite electronic-y actually, a bit stereo labby. It's a really good album. I really like that. This the thing with these more modern CDs, they come in these card sleeves, which, you know, you can fit hundreds more on a shelf because they're thin, but they're really hard to get out. Okay, this is another new band actually called Count Florida, and this is Mel Whittle from the brilliant Hermit Crabs. And this is a new band. This released this last year, and if you haven't got it, snap it up because it is great. It's just like a bit, you know, heavier Hermit Crabs. A lot heavier actually. Really good. Really, really good. Okay, who else? Right, we'll end at C on this one. And these are called Cudgels. Early 90s. Really nice. Typically sounding of that era, a bit more synthy, this band. I think Gavin Priest, I'm sure he went on to it. Was it Fireworks or Proctor, something like that? Both great bands too. Yeah, really good. Right, that's the end of C. We'll do a part 3 in a minute, if you really want more.